Mr. Show, I'd like to direct your attention to the screen for a short video if you don't mind.
Oh, look at those apples. Why are the apples growing? Oh my God, they look so good.
That's right.
What?
TikTok is banned. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Bad Days, the show where your bad days are your best stories. My name's Hassan, and today we're going to talk about the fact that TikTok might get banned in the United States from the perspective of a guy, me, right here, who has 6 million followers on TikTok. It's a big part of my life. It's the reason I don't live in my parents' basement anymore. TikTok is in the hot seat in the government right now. The most bipartisan support that has ever happened. Republicans, Democrats, all with one thing in common. They hate TikTok, and they're 1,000 years old. These geriatric dinosaurs who don't even understand what Wi-Fi is are currently yelling at TikTok CEO about problems that exist across social media, like age gating. How do kids get on our app? How do we stop that? Harmful trends being popularized and unrealistic body standards that cause eating disorders in young people. And biggest of all, is our data truly protected? You know, notoriously a TikTok only problem. Not gonna talk about this right here. So yeah, these geriatric dinosaurs are going at TikTok for some of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. Take a look at what this old congressman has to say.
So if I have a TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
You heard that right. His question was, does TikTok access Wi-Fi? This geriatric dinosaur man doesn't even understand how Wi-Fi works, and he gets to make decisions in our country. Now, if you're wondering what the real reason is, right, because it's clearly not this whole thing like we need to protect Americans' privacy, is because TikTok has tremendous influence. More influence than any social media has ever had before. When I got my start on TikTok back in 2019, I actually hit 10,000 followers in one day, which is crazy because I did Vine for 3 years and I hit 10,000 followers in 3 years. Not kidding. The week before the app was deleted, I also did this collaboration with Jake Paul that I'm very ashamed of. I'm a sellout.
Dirk, how's it going, pal?
Oh my gosh! Here we go!
I remember a conversation with my old friend Patrick. We're not really that close anymore, but Patrick, if you're watching this, what's up? And I remember telling my friend how excited I was, like, hey, I finally have a platform. And he said, and I quote, "Who gives a f*** about TikTok? Literally no one cares. It's a dance app for little kids. Vine was always better. Vine will always be more popular." Eat your f***ing words, Patrick. TikTok paid for this house. Boom. Gotcha. Actually, technically, YouTube paid for it, but TikTok got me my start. Whatever. It, in many ways, is the most well-adopted social media app of all time across, like, all mediums. Back in the day, you know, your celebrities would be your Brad Pitts because they're famous and movie stars, or your Jennifer Aniston because they're in Friends and they're married to famous movie star Brad Pitt. And now it's Charli D'Amelio, who's a girl who did some dances, is kind of pretty, and Addison Rae, who did some dances, is kind of pretty, and I guess his mom at some point was sleeping with rapper Young Gravy. More TikTokers have been on Jimmy Fallon than any YouTubers ever were, and I think that's an important statement to make because of the kind of influence and cultural adoption that TikTok has. In fact, during the 2020 elections, TikTok was so popular that it really ticked off President Donald Trump when people used it as a tool to mess up his rallies. They would pre-save tickets to his rallies, even though obviously nobody intended to go, so no one would show up. So Donald Trump actually tried to ban this beforehand for privacy and data security, and China, yeah, they keep saying the word China, the Chinese government, China. But Donald Trump failed at that miserably, and now we're seeing the Biden administration trying to do more of the same thing for what they're claiming are similar reasons, but at the end of the day, we know it's just not that. There have been a lot of clips where people are saying, this is the most Democrats and Republicans have ever agreed with each other in years. We reached across the line because we know TikTok is bad. It's causing children everywhere to die. Children in America are dying left and right because of TikTok challenges. You ever seen the cinnamon challenge on TikTok? You eat a bunch of cinnamon in your mouth and you cough. It's like, dude, you know what I think is more, it makes me a little bit more nervous than the TikTok cinnamon challenge and people dying because of challenge videos? Maybe the gun problem we have in America. I don't know. If we really wanted to protect children, maybe we could reach across the line and figure out a way that preschoolers don't need to do school shooter drills. Maybe we could start there. But again, that's just not what it's about. And I've done a lot of defending TikTok here, so I'm gonna go the other way right now. This wonderful congresswoman talks about something that I think is really, really important.
Problems of social media platforms, content moderation, algorithmic discrimination, and safety are neither new nor unique to TikTok. For example, I was disturbed by reports that TikTok content moderation algorithm flagged words like black or Black Lives Matter as inappropriate content.
TikTok's moderation policies when it comes to black creators, brown creators, people of color are insane. Simply identifying yourself as who you are puts you at risk of getting banned. In the summer of 2021, I really skyrocketed to success with the Mickey Mouse puppet. I did want my face to be in more videos, and I noticed immediately as I started to put my face in more of the content, I started to get far more bans. The jokes didn't get any more risque, they weren't pushing any envelopes, nothing was changing other than the fact that I was more present. The profile picture looked more like me, and because of that, and maybe other reasons too, I started to get banned at a crazy level. Now, at 2 million subscribers on YouTube, I have a guy that I could call literally at any time to help me with any problem on my channel. When it comes to TikTok, at 6 million followers, I have no ability to communicate with anybody who works at TikTok. It sucks. In fact, I made a TikTok ban victims chat that got pretty populated, and primarily the people in them were queer people, whether they're trans, gay, just like very queer presenting people making content that is relevant to that, and people in marginalized groups. So it's literally queer people and people of color are getting targeted by TikTok's algorithm and getting banned wrongfully at a higher level than any other piece of content on the platform. That is a huge issue, and TikTok could rectify this by hiring more content moderation people and having more direct communication with its creators. And obviously, you can't do that for everybody, but for its top level creators, people who have 6 million followers like me, definitely we should have had access to somebody by now, and we don't. When speaking to the Congresswoman, he mentions that there is an appeals program to when you get violation. Here's some evidence from me where I appealed content, it was restored, but it still counted as a violation on my account that led to inevitable account bans. For 3 years, I've been making content on TikTok, and for one full calendar year, 12 full months of that, I was wrongfully banned from the Creator Fund due to a glitch. I've done the math. I did about 2 billion views in that year, and that would have been somewhere in the ballpark of like $50,000 to $200,000 that I never received because I was banned from the Creator Fund, therefore ineligible to make money on the app. That's a huge problem. It's a problem that gets even worse with the way it suppresses black and POC voices. Some of the greatest dance trends on TikTok were made by black creators who don't even have any type of audience. But then Addison Rae takes it and does it, and then she's on Jimmy Fallon doing the dance move, and everyone's like, oh my god, hey, she's killing it, and the black creators get no credit. Some of their accounts even being banned or suppressed when they try and call things out like this because the algorithm is inherently wrong. Got a lot of issues with it, but at the end of the day, these issues kind of stem from all social media. I think TikTok is doing a specifically bad job of it, but they're across social media platform issue. This guy here trying to explain to the TikTok, or trying to ask questions to the TikTok CEO about eye dilation.
The only face data that you get, that we collect, is when you use the filters to have, say, sunglasses on your face, we need to know where your eyes are. And
why do you need to know what the eyes are if you're not seeing if they're dilated?
He's insinuating that your pupils get bigger and that's how they choose videos to put on the For You page, which is just like, and TikTok CEO is like, no, we use that data to help you put on funny little AI glasses, and that's it. All these old people lack such a fundamental understanding of what the platform is and how the platform works. It's crazy. Over 150 million active users, right? In America alone. That's what TikTok is. Hey Google, what is the population of the United States of America?
In 2021, the population of the United States of America was 331,893,745.
That is half the population of the United States. That is insane. And it gives people access to more information than they've ever seen before. 1/6 of young Americans use TikTok as their primary news source, which I personally do a ton. I watch some Philip DeFranco on YouTube, but mainly I'm informed by watching videos as events are transpiring live in the United States, rather than watching some, political news source like CNN or Fox give me the coverage along with their political biases. I get to watch what happens in front of me and then make my own assumptions about how I feel about the events and not going off of what they're saying. And politicians don't like that. So I urge you guys, if you watch this video and you're as angry as I am, reach out to your local representatives. Their job is to represent you. So you reach out to them, you call them, and you say, hey, if you guys support the TikTok ban, then I'm going to spend all my money and all my time campaigning for your opponents during the next election cycle. Really make them put their money where their mouth is, because this is fucking insane. I have never been more certain that we need to set term limits and age limits for representatives in government, because a person who's not going to be alive in 10 years shouldn't decide what happens in the world we live in if they're not going to be around for said world. I filmed this entire video 2 days ago and lost all the audio on it, but I think this is such an important conversation that I had to do it twice. Usually when a tech issue happens, I simply scrap the video because, reactions are fresh, feelings are fresh. You don't want to retread things that you've already said because you're not as articulate the second time around. I kind of feel like maybe I'm not being as articulate, but I needed to get this video out because it's so important to be a part of the conversation when it comes to governments banning TikTok. It's crazy. I hate TikTok. How dare you make me defend the motherfuckers who caused me so much mental headache? Do you guys know how I got my TikTok account back the first time they banned me? They banned me. So I went onto my Instagram story and started to rant and cry about how angry and frustrated I was till a reporter, just some random dude, wrote an entire article on it, and then TikTok gave a comment and restored my account. That's the level of I cannot stand this company. YouTube invited me to their AAPI event last May to speak in New York as an Asian creator who just came up. I gained millions of more followers on TikTok, far more relevant as an Asian creator, so many different things, and I wasn't even allowed to join their email chain list for Asian creators because they're so awful in so many ways. They are understaffed, they are overworked, a lot of the people that are there that I've been able to connect with. There's so many awful things about TikTok that we could be focusing on, and I think only that congresswoman who was talking about TikTok's algorithms' racial biases really hit on a relevant topic to TikTok that's not just a social media wide issue. So I don't know, there's not much more to say. I think at the end of the day, you need to yell at your representatives, vote in better people, and yeah, you don't want motherfuckers who don't know how Wi-Fi works to be in charge of the internet and the world that we live in. But hey, that's my opinion on all this. This has been Bad Days, the show where your bad days are your best stories, and I'll see you next week with a funny, happy topic on some cringy creators. Until then,